Johnny Unitas. The Golden Arm. The best there ever was. The legendary number 19 has inspired the next generation of quarterback greatness. Each year, the Golden Arm Foundation honors one man who embodies the on-the-field talent and off-the-field character of Johnny U. Brought to you by Transamerica.
Right now we're at the Sports Legends Museum, and this is a museum that houses all sports in the state of Maryland, including the Negro League and the Baltimore Bullets, if everybody remembers basketball. Of course, all college sports as well, but more importantly, there's a display of the Baltimore Colts here and what the Colts meant to this town, and my father's memorabilia is here. And I think it's important for the recipient to understand the history of not only sports in Maryland, but more importantly, what this award means, you know. And it's if he learns a little bit about my dad, if he didn't know before, then that's a plus.
The type of player, the type of person he was, and again, I think probably the biggest thing that's hit me the most since even just the very short time that I've been here is, you know, visiting with Mr. Berry and Mr. Orr, and you can see in their eyes what Johnny Unitas meant to them and how he impacted their life. And that speaks more than any amount of stats, any amount of touchdowns. I mean, you can tell by his teammates exactly how special he was. And again, that's definitely something that I would hope would be the same with my teammates as well.
He's a very rare combination player. You know, you don't see guys that can run the ball down your throat and then throw it down your throat, and he did both, and he did it all year long. And I know John would have been impressed with that type of diversity of talent.
It's just a tremendous honor. Just even going through the museum and understanding the rich history of Johnny Unitas, his family, and I mean the individuals who have won this award and walked before me in this is truly special.
Collin is just a genuine person. I mean, he's not only is a good teammate, he works hard. You can see his efforts pay off on the field. But more importantly, you know, what he does in the off season and what he does outside in school and giving back to the community and helping youth. And all those things are things that my father did and giving back. And so we're very happy and proud to have Collin as a recipient this year.
I'm Scott Garceau from 105.7 The Fan. Glad to be part of the program again this year. And when we think about this event, it is kind of a terrific way to salute a guy that we're all so proud of in this town, in John Unitas, and honor a young man that has a lot of the attributes that John had. And tonight we welcome you to the 2012 Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. It's always a special night as we honor that legacy of John, who practically invented the position.
They can say what they want to say about any quarterback or whatever. There was nobody better than J.U.
This evening, to celebrate both my father's legacy and the one of college's most
most prolific quarterbacks ever. It's hard to argue with all the kind of numbers that Collin Klein has put up during his college career. This year alone, Collin completed 180 of 272 passes for 2,490 yards, 15 touchdowns, while totaling also 980 rushing yards on 194 attempts. As a player who will go down as one of the best in K-State history as both a passer and a runner, Klein ranks in the top 10 in school history in rushing touchdowns, touchdown responsibility, scoring, total yards, passing efficiency, rushing attempts, rushing yards, completions, passing, touchdowns, passing yards, and passing attempts. Did you play defense? Did you play defense? Huh? His 55 rushing touchdowns also rank 4th in Big 12 history and 2nd among quarterbacks. Not bad, huh? Now, for those of you who remember my father well, you know rushing was not exactly his strong suit. Like my father, though, Collin has been regarded as the heart and soul of his team. This year alone, Collin is responsible for 67% of Kansas State's offensive yards and 68% of its offensive touchdowns. But beyond this obvious similarities on the field, Collin, like my father, has been a most valuable player on the field as well. He has been recognized for his leadership, his character, his positive impact on his community, his family, and his teammates. In short, Collin epitomizes all my father envisioned when he established this Golden Arm Award. That being a great quarterback and a great person does not depend solely on your athletic abilities, but also on your achievements off the field, both as a student and a citizen.
As honoring as it is to be recognized as one of the best in your craft, the ultimate benefit is the legacy that you can leave because of that platform. And that's what Collin wants to do, and that's what we're excited for him to be able to do.
To be honored in what you do and love to do by these people and the caliber of people and the accomplishments of these people is amazing. And it's incredible.
I've been in college athletics for 21 years, and Collin Klein is the finest student athlete I've ever been associated with. He epitomizes everything that you would want in a young person in our intercollegiate experience in this country.
Hearing the stories about Johnny Unitas and what a great individual he was allows me to understand that they selected the right person, because Collin Klein is an amazing individual as well as being a fine football player.
I think all of us ought to be rooting for a kid like Collin. America's in desperate need of role models that have moral, ethical fiber and character to them, and Collin's terrific, and to be connected to John Unitas' legacy, education, character, good thing.
I want to recognize our presenting sponsor, Transamerica. Without them, quite frankly, we wouldn't be here. For over a decade now, Transamerica has been an incredible supporter of both the Golden Arm Foundation and this award. Transamerica's theme is Transform Tomorrow. Through their ongoing sponsorship of the Golden Arm Award and the Educational Foundation, they are truly living up to that slogan, just as they've done for the past 100 years.
Collin Klein just makes a great example of the way that we want to be associated. He's obviously in addition to being a great talent on the field, he has such great qualities off the field. You know, he has such great values. And so again, much like I said about with the Unitas family and the Unitas Award, the connection that we have just feels so natural.
What goes into the John Unitas Golden Arm Award, it's about more than being a great football player, and we certainly have one of those here tonight, but it's character, citizenship, leadership, academics. Collin is a 3-time captain at K-State. And as Coach Snyder and anybody that's played the game knows, when you honor a guy with a captain award, that is something special, but a 3-time captain. He's also a member of the academic All Big 12 team. He's already graduated with a degree in finance. And it doesn't hurt to have a golden arm. You heard some of the numbers earlier from John, talked about 66% of his passes completed this year for nearly 2,500 yards. He ran for 890 yards this year, was second in the nation with 22 rushing touchdowns. In the past 2 years, he's rushed for over 2,000 yards and 49 touchdowns rushing, passed for 28 more. That's 77 touchdowns in 2 years. Look at Coach smiling. Now I'd like to have John and Raymond present the 2012 Golden Arm Award. Guys?
people. I'd like to thank Mr. John Unitas Jr. and the entire Unitas family for truly having a vision and obviously investing in their time and something like this, obviously for a recipient of an award, but much bigger, and as we've heard all night, just for people. And these are people that really care, and it is so evident. I mean, there's so much to say, and yet it all boils down to thank you again, even for our K-State family, and how they've made my journey there, and I know, I speak for my teammates, our journey there and our time there is something really special, and I see that same heart and that same caring for the people around you that we try to emulate and have on our team here in this room, and it's truly a joy to be a part of. In closing, lastly, the last thing I would say would be, I just would pray that, as Mr. Berry said, that someday my teammates would, every one of my teammates, every one of my family would have the same words to say about me that Mr. Berry had to say about Mr. Unitas. And that's something I'm very proud of and want to emulate in my own life. And thank you all so much. It's a tremendous honor, and couldn't be more thankful. Thank you.